it will result into awakening. Your mind will find the way because it is already married. It is living with the knowledge. You remember. You remember. Now that guy is crazy. Hold on. What control I have? I have control to express it. But my thought from the past is living in the mind. So now I have what control I have, what control I do not have. So what is going to happen when the mind gets married to the intellect by devotion, by emotion? That is why we say you have to do the mantra, Mangalacharan, Shanti mantra every day without fail. Are you getting it? Say yes, even. Now, we all say, but Terry was saying that, I don't feel like mind. So, mind is devoted to this negative trigger. Why it is not married to the knowledge? I can give, that is how we understand the personality of a seeker, the behavior of a seeker, and the attitude. You just go on speaking, but we know where you stand, what you are talking. Now see what happened. Take an example of Buddha. Buddha. Until the age, I was mistaken, so I checked it. Until the age of 29 years, he was placed in a sin city created by his master, created by his father, because his father never wanted him to become a monk and a master. He wanted him to be a king, take over the kingdom from him. We are running after the pleasure. He was offered all the pleasures. Difference. Huh? Do you see the difference? He was given all the pleasures since his childhood. His father warned all the staff of the Buddha that you should not talk of the death, you should not talk of the sickness, you should not talk of anything. That is what the sin city is, because it is full of all the pleasures. It is heaven, it is not hell. Understand that. 29 years. At the age of the 16, he got married. At the age of the 17, he had a kid. We have those pleasures. I told you the guy who went into a restaurant and he was sensually attracted to those girls. You give me examples, when you talk about. I don't name it. Now ask yourself, despite so much of indulgence and opportunities for the sensual pleasures, means food, sex, etc., despite that, the Buddha got awakened? How come? Answer is here. Mind married with the devotion to the intellect. Intellect has already married to the knowledge. So, and in between the trigger, which is not in my control, but the moment I became aware, now I can take over that trigger of anxiety, of duality, of a conflict, of laziness, of stress, and etc., etc. Transformation begins. Do you see the beauty of the Eastern wisdom? We simply say, oh, mindfulness and Eastern wisdom. No, it is much deeper. I gave you an example. Despite offered all kinds of indulgences, he got awakened. We are chasing those pleasures. That is why we have a 8 step. Understand, you are chasing. You are in delusion. That is why you have an anxiety. That is why you have a stress. That is why you are not living into that awareness. Do you see that? Compare. Buddha was also a human being. So we are also. I always like to give the example of Buddha. There are many other masters also. Understanding. Understanding is required. I have been telling you, the Eastern wisdom is just an instrument of knowledge.